Hi, this is Paradox from JuanSource.com, also of Team Pandemic, and I'm going to be bringing you today a new commentary, this time on D Season. Actually, one of the older matches from Season 4 when I was a part of verGe, and this is going to be against EFG. If you guys remember this one, maybe seen it or seen my demo, which was posted on GotFrag, you guys remember that this is going to be a pretty eventful match for me, probably one of the better ones that I played. Ended up getting 43 frags in 30 rounds. This is going to be MR30, MR16, but 30 rounds overall played out, and round time is going to be 2 minutes. So you guys are going to get quite a bit of action over here, quite a bit of info as well. So going to be going live right now. Once again, with the MR16 format, MR15, sorry, we're going to be starting off with pistol rounds, so I'm going to be playing default from what I remember here as we count down the freeze time. So going into the round, I play the B site on this map along with Struck, and going to be going down, trying to control the choke point right away. As you hear me running kind of close to the wall over there, listening for a possible rush. Decide not to waste my nades. They could be used better later on in the round. So I heard no rush, and I'm simply going to be waiting it out here, holding the angle, spotting nothing, waiting for my teammates' call. Possibly Struck gets an entry kill on middle. Spot a guy and toss a flash immediately, able to pick off the bomb, call that right away. Now what happened there, I was able to kind of split the guys up so two of them didn't come at me right away. See, my teammates call, two guys coming back around me. EFG was doing a split on the B bomb site, which is kind of typical, kind of easy to read, and we were able to read that early on with Struck's entry kill. So I was able to anticipate those two guys coming on the side of the rush early on, split those guys up, and with my flashbang, pick off one at a time, turn right back around, control the bomb, call it, get my teammates to rotate, and pick off the other two coming in the site. So a mixture of early read and some teamwork that round. This round simply typical eco. As you see Struck picking up 4, and I'm able to pick up a kill there as well. Kind of important what we did there is that we simply went down into the choke point, tried to lock him in there, lock him into narrow hallway on an eco. We have Colt and nades as well, you know, MP5 Colt combo nades, simply pretty easy to lock him into that choke point. So once again, this round, another save round, eco round in this format. Once again, gonna try to pre-nade, pre-flash, and really hold EFG down in the hallways. You see, we're able to do it again. Struck picking up a couple kills. I'm able to get a grenade off deep into the choke point and pick up a kill. Go out and get another. Now, this situation here where I died on the eco, typically maybe a bit worse, and especially in this format, losing a Colt, you know, maybe a problem. But I figured, you know, my teammates are there. There are only a couple guys left. Mo's not gonna be able to get his hands on the gun. He did end up picking up the Colt, but I figured my teammate would try to control that. And even then, we have a 4-on-1. Mason's able to pick it up. Struck had MP5 as well, so I figured they could trade. And going into the gun round wasn't that big of a loss as it may have been otherwise. So going into round 4, first gun round of the match, we're up 3-0 off of the pistol. Picked up a couple easy ecos. Here at the B bomb site, we played by spawn, so the better spawn will go lower, trying to get flashbangs down into the angle. And Struck actually didn't get there that fast, so I decided to toss a pre-flash in case the EFG came really quickly, and nothing was spotted there. So I'm simply going to be holding the angle. As a couple of our guys got picked off and calls are made, I decide to rotate right away. At this point, all 3 of our A players are dead, our mid guy and our 2 A guys are dead. Struck goes down as well right here, so I'm going to be the last one alive in a 1-on-3 here, I believe. So I'm going to be kind of working slow. You see me draw a few nades out, and at this point, bombs planted. I'm able to pick off pause, simply have to go gun the gun at that point. And you see me moving into the site, simply trying to pick a guy off, try to work some angles, but Mo peeks out and is able to kill me. Had I got the kill on Clown, turn it into 1v1, I may have won that round, but Mo played it well. I was trying to go after Clown, turn it into a quick 1v1 situation, and then maybe turn my side around on Mo, but Mo came to support his teammate and forced me to play a 1-on-2, a true 1-on-2, and didn't allow me to win that round. So that's a round lost for us. We're able to buy again though, so we have another gun round coming up here. This time Struck and I go pull through the shorter way through the site to lower B. So at this point we're holding angle, and we have a pretty big advantage at this angle. One guy can hold on, tell Struck to rotate and help out middle, maybe have our other player rotate to A, play a stronger A bomb site. So he hit it last round, so we're trying to control that really well. Simply, you see me here playing a passive angle. I normally won't do that, simply because of the idea of peeker advantage. You know, the guy's moving into the angle. That guy's going to have a reflex advantage. He's going to be able to stop and shoot into the angle before I can react. At that point, I had what I call more of a random angle. I was up on the stairs, and it's kind of difficult to pre-aim that angle, so you know, I was fine playing that full passive angle, simply waiting for the guy to walk into my crosshairs here. You saw me flank through the vents. I was able to pick off Mo out of position with the op, and at this point it's a 1-on-1, so I'm going to try to get in, locate my opponent. Most players are going to play where I'm looking right now in that little hallway, but I hear Posse running up and down, able to get the grenade off and get the kill and defuse right away. What I did there before, you saw me kind of strafe out to the right, that also closed my angle to where he was playing, meaning that I had cover from the top part of the wall, and he had to actually run out and kind of look for me, see where I was, gave his position away, and at that point I was able to toss a grenade, and his HP was low enough. I got the kill and made it a really easy round for me. But after that, not much more to it. Going into the next round, we're up 4-1 at this point. So once again, I'm not going to use my pre-nade as I went upper with the rifle. Struck was able to get down into the choke point, get control, get his pre-flash off, so I'm not going to bother wasting my nades. Once again, you see me playing sort of a random angle here on the passive, whereas on the stairs I can play more of a random passive angle. On the stairs I have to play a little more passive, not peeking all the way down. You see me peeking every so often. If I'm simply sitting out passive, kind of like I'm doing here, this is actually a mistake. What I was doing right there, had I been doing that, had an opera or even an A-killer peeked, I would have been at a disadvantage. So you definitely don't want to do that. Maybe random peek a little bit, or play more of a passive angle. It's going to be more effective, a little safer. So once again, they decide to go A. Pretty quick round as I'm able to rush in and on the flank. I wanted to take the quickest route possible from B to A. EFG was on an eco from what I believe, so they're able to make entry into the site. As I had my other two teammates in the site, I wanted to simply get into the site and make sure nothing was going to happen. Instead of turning that into 1-on-1, you know, a pretty complex one-on-1, I was simply able to come out and full blind clown and get that kill 1-on-1 quick and trade after my teammate went down. Now this round, Struck gets picked off early, and that's due to a little miscommunication, as you saw earlier in the round. I'm able to kill the War Machine. What I was doing, sort of playing behind the box and playing kind of a bait peek and time peek setup, in terms of I didn't want him to peek me, and after he went out, you notice he was kind of far out, he didn't really pay attention to me. I was able to pick up that kill because he thought I wasn't there, and then I got that random peek, able to kill him. After that, you saw me kill Clown. I had my teammate looking at him, even though I had low HP. Clown was focused on my teammate. I was able to rush out and kill him. So at this point, we're down to a 2-on-2, I believe, and I'm gonna simply come out, try to frag out, able to pick off Posse. Pretty nice AK headshot. I was out of position there, but I was able to pick him off. So Sunman picks off my teammate. I'm at low HP, kind of low time. I'm gonna try to go after him, miss the shot. I simply had to go gun to gun at that point, and try to make a play happen. Didn't work out for me so well. Even then, you know, decent round in my book, three kills. So we're gonna have a little bit of a delay here with the pause. So I'll be right back with you. Alright, so we're back live, and War Machine timed out, so we had to unpause the rounds live without him. We're on an eco at this point, so I'm playing a deagle, and it's looking to be a pretty long round here, creeping down into the connector, and we're playing 4A. I'm going to be playing solo B. Now you see me post up, sort of at a pretty unconventional spot, more of a random angle. Really kind of my thought process and what I'm trying to accomplish here. Simply I'm trying to go 1 for 1, and meaning I'm trying to trade, maybe get that entry frag, possibly get the second guy, maybe swing out after that first guy, or maybe catch a guy creeping solo and take his gun. But yeah, that's pretty much my mindset on the deagle eco. Much more common in the MR15 format with pistol rounds and all, but anyway, so you see nobody kind of come up there. Had I gone that 1 for 1, I may, it's probably the most effective use of my deagle, play the money game, but at this point we're, my whole team at A has died, so I'm going to try to get exit kills here, simply not make myself known. So I'm going to simply creep, play another kind of passive angle, maybe not the best spot I could have picked, but I'm playing close, guaranteeing that one-shot kill. So here, bomb's ticking down. I'm gonna try to maybe, you know, spot, get a kill here. I'm able to pick off Sunman and reload my deagle, and Clown's able to come out and kill me. I was going for the AK. Maybe would have been a little more effective if I had the bomb explode and really work their money a bit more. Maybe definitely had Clown die, maybe 1 or 2, you know, even 2 more of their guys. But regardless, you know, I was able to go 1 for 1 that round, and like I said, I got that trade, played the money game right. So this round we're on eco again. I saved, you know, I have a deagle. Once again, we pre-nade middle. I know Mo likes to pick mid with an op, so we were trying to catch him. They're trying to pick out, and nothing really happened. So right here, kind of see us stick together. My teammate works up a little more, so I want to come up and help him as we get naded. But we have 4 guys. Notice how we're all sticking together here. That's really important, especially on eco rounds. You want to have that manpower, and that's gonna probably be your number one chance to get a kill, other than, you know, playing a guy passive angle or something like that. Other than that, you see me go down the Clown. I was at a big disadvantage here as he peeked me at the peeker advantage, got a good shot on me, so I'm picked off, and then my teammates kind of go down 1 by 1. He clear the corner, you know, good fundamental CS by him, and, you know, was able to come around and kill Strux. So that eco overall was unsuccessful. I'd say we had a good idea early on, predicted Mo to pick middle, and didn't convert with the kills, and didn't play well in our small game. So here you see me off in middle. See the gun barrels sticking out of the guys, so I know they're boosting, and I quickly, you know, flick my crosshair up. Mo's able to pick me off those. He does what I call a gopher peek. He, you know, he's crouched down on his teammate's head, and he simply uncrouches, and what happens, the models in Source, they're either fully crouched or they're fully standing up. So as he's standing up, I don't really see him pop over. All I see is him, you know, right when he's standing up. At that point, his POV is going to be above me. It's going to be above the box, so he actually gains a pretty big reflex advantage by doing that, by peeking over the box that way that he did. Even though I had my crosshair placement correct at the end there, he was able to still get the shot on me. So, you know, for me that round, probably the smarter thing to do would have been to maybe strafe back into the angle, strafe back behind the wall and play it safe. My team's able to pull out the round regardless, but that entry pick made us go down, play a 4-on-5, and that's a pretty big disadvantage. So I'm low on money once again, and I'm probably gonna end up FAMASing this round. Yep. So the money game, with the way it is with the new CGS rules, not that big of a problem this time around though with the MR15. You see me FAMASing a bit more, deagling a bit more, and playing a bit more strategic with my angles. You see I have no nades here. Struck was able to work down to the angle. Had they rushed, we may have been in a little bit of trouble. So what you saw there is that Struck push out. I told him to fall back. He wasn't. I was in no position to really support him there with the FAMAS at that angle. So I had him fall back. We had a couple nades come at us. They tested our angles a little bit. So had we stayed there, we would have probably been fighting a losing battle. FAMAS and cold against AKs and possibly ops. So EFG decides to go back to the A side, get a few entry kills, and it's down to Struck, I believe, a 2-on-4 now. So myself and Struck left, and I'm simply going to be creeping once again, and going more for exit kills. Of course, I communicate that to my teammate that I'm not going into the site, and that I'm simply working for exit kills since he's on the other side of the map. I want to make sure he's not trying to take the bomb site and losing his gun for no reason. Struck does end up getting picked off by War Machine. Really nothing that I could have done about that there, but I'm holding my angle back here, playing the money game once again. We're really low on money, so we want to have as many guns as possible. Get no contacts, so I end up saving out. I don't want to chase at this point. So we're going to be on another save round here, myself with the FAMAS. So typically on eco rounds, what you want to do is play more, unless you're playing deagles, playing spots with deagles is acceptable. You may want to stack a site more, so as you see, 4 of us actually going towards A, and 1 middle. So I'm gonna try to come out, push middle, maybe see if I can make something happen with a burst fire from us, and I'm able to pick off Sunman, get the headshot on the ramp, go 1 for 1. Mason gets a kill as well. Struck gets a little damage in and picks up my FAMAS. So what we did there is sort of recycle and tried to make the best chance of the round that we could have had, but we ended up picking off 2, doing a little more damage. So overall a decent eco round. I didn't really want to save my FAMAS for another round. I want to play Colt at that point, and with my entire team saving, chances are I'm probably not going to save my gun out. So I simply tried to frag out, maybe give my teammate an opportunity to frag out with that weapon as well. So this round we did end up buying for reasons unknown to me, but so I have a FAMAS once again. Drew's able to pick off 1 middle. That definitely helped us out quite a bit here, so we're sort of on a broken buy. But once again, I go upper. Really not a lot of pre-nade. Struck didn't call anything on the rush, so I simply supported him more of a passive angle with him playing on the stairs with the smoke here, and a lot of contact that I simply toss a nade, a flash, simply make sure there's nobody creeping through that smoke, and rotate out. Notice I'm really paying a lot of attention to the vents. On season specifically, that's a big rotation spot. That's a big spot where people like to watch flanks and whatnot. So at this point, we're in a 4-on-1, I believe, and Pasta's in the site. So I get flashed off. My teammates have the angle. I simply want to crossfire with them, make sure we have 100% now. Chance at killing this guy if he comes out. So what we may have done better, and actually saw Pasta peek out his gun, so I took the initiative and peeked on him. He didn't expect me coming, so I made the right move there. But like I was saying, what we could have done better, my teammate and I, is maybe played a little closer to the wall. Notice kind of how Pasta peeked with his back to the wall. Had he actually peeked out on me, he might be able to kill me and strafe back behind. And my teammate was in a position where he's kind of far to the wall, and he wouldn't have been able to peek and kill Poss quickly enough to trade, so Poss could have actually turned around and killed my teammate as well, had he gotten the kill on me. So this round, kind of moving on, I pushed up upper with a Colt, and Struck was holding my angle as well. As War Machine gets an entry middle, Struck rotates off, and I'm held to play solo and simply play a random angle. So here I'm simply waiting on somebody to walk up, creep up, or you know, maybe get some contact, get some nades. And most people though would have walked up and tried to test that angle. I might be able to get a kill. End up rotating the A though as EFG did another A take here. Spot a guy in connector, do a little battle there with War Machine, and it's going to be down to 2-on-2 after that. Griff and I get a kill each. Sunman actually trades on Griff, so I'm going to be down to 1-on-2 here. And 38 HP upper, you know, most likely they know my position. I'm in a little bit of trouble. Actually spot a guy upper here, and I'm not able to hit the shot, so I'm simply trying to wait for him to peek. And what I do there is, you saw me kind of move out and look to the left there, and look right back. What I anticipate is that if I move out and start clearing angles, that guy that already spotted me is going to peek, because I have to look for the second guy. So I anticipated that guy to peek me, and he did. I wasn't able to get the shot. I was at a pretty big disadvantage at that point in terms of positions, so I made the right move, simply wasn't able to hit the shot. So once again, moving on to the next round, on a broken buy, and EFG takes pretty quick up middle and A. The guys at A are able to trade 1-for-1, and Griff gets that third kill, turns into 3-on-2. Struck gets another kill, so we're in a 3-on-1 now, really good position. Don't really know where this last guy's going to be, so I simply wanted to spot middle, make sure he wasn't going back, spot him in the A site. Now, the move I made there may be questionable with my teammates, you know, Struck flanking and Griff at the upper. I peeked Mo and went gun to gun with him, Deagle against AK, and he was able to beat me in that fight. So we're not actually in a 2-on-2, sorry about that, but Struck does end up flanking, able to kill Poss, planting the bomb, and my teammates, you know, with good positioning, even though I died, are able to pull out the round. So my move personally there was, like I said, kind of questionable, with the Deagle actually peeking out and going into a gunfight, but you know, my teammates with good positioning were able to win the round, like I said. So we're going to be moving into the next half, and since it's a split demo, I'm going to be actually pausing, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so I'm back with you guys for the second half of the EFG on the season. And once again, we're going to be playing pistol rounds, so I just had to deagle up, and we're going to be working at a B split, I believe, here. So early round, what my team's going to do is they're gonna go through vent and then end up going through middle to the B bomb site. So they go out vent, run up the middle connector to the right, and split on the B site. We also have one guy watching the middle push early on. So Mo's able to pick off Griff early on, but my guys are going to start making entry on the site. Notice how I stayed full passive at the beginning there. Actually heard a guy running around there. I didn't want to get spotted. Maybe, you know, make those guys focus more on my teammates coming out and come back behind them. But the bomb does get planted. We get entry kills on A. I'm able to peek up and kill Mo, rotating in. At this point I'm really low HP, and the bomb's planted in a position where I can see it, easily spot it. So I see Sunman come down on the side. I'm put into a 2-on-2 right here. So Clown gets the kill on connector. I hear Sunman get on the defuse. I know Clown's a bit away from him, so I know he's not going to cover. Right when Sunman hits that defuse, I wanna peek and get that kill, and that's what I was able to do. Turn that 1-on-2 into 1-on-1 kill on Sunman right away. And after what happened after that was that Clown got on the defuse. He had time to fake, so I figured, you know, Clown being the player he is, I sort of, you know, felt out what he was gonna do and decided not to peek at all. Run up a little bit, make him think I was about to peek, get off the bomb, get antsy, and have to get back on it. So I never actually exposed myself, never actually peeked him, and, you know, I was right in my prediction. I was able to, you know, run his time, and he got back on the defuse. I, you know, had the initiative to peek him with him having so little time, and won that round. So here in the eco, you know, pretty insignificant round. I got dinked down. I got the kill, and you saw me, you know, toss my AK over to Struck and take his MP5. At that point, I'm such low HP that he's going to be more effective playing that AK, playing more aggressive, and I'm going to steal it back from him this round. You know, only fair. I mean, I bought it last round, so I might as well I might as well keep it. So anyway, so I get it back this round. Another eco round anticipated, and we're up 2-0 at this point. So we're gonna stick together a little more. I'm gonna be watching the push through upper A, and my teammates are working middle. As they start getting a lot of contact, a lot of static over in middle, I'm gonna want to rotate over, especially to the bomb. With Drew having bomb solo at that point, I want to get to the bomb right away and secure that area. So we end up, you know, trading a kill or two and actually make an entry into the A site. We're at an advantage here. Turns into a 2-on-2 actually. So here, notice how I was playing full passive behind that box. Had I exposed myself, even though, you know, War Machine had an MP5. If that guy had a Colt or an AWP, he might be able to spam me through that box. I really have nowhere to fall back, and I'm at a pretty big disadvantage. Had I peeked from that box and peeked down that catwalk, and had he spotted me, if I missed my shot, he's gonna have a peeker advantage at that point. I really have nowhere to go. I have to peek right back out of that box. So Drew got that kill on pause, and I was able to draw War Machine into him, play a bait peek style, and right when he got contact with Drew, I was able to peek out, shoot him in the side. So overall, pretty fundamental play there. As we, you know, we're in the first gun round actually. So I'm holding the spot here middle. We worked up middle first, got through vent, and cleared that middle off the opper. So typically, you know, we anticipate Mo to be opping that. And I'm playing this cart. Really, it's going to be difficult for any guy to peek me and kill me there. So I'm able to simply play behind the cart, wait for Mo to peek. With the 2-minute round time, you know, you could do stuff like that. So we're going to end up working into A. As you see here, we're using a lot of smokes, flashes. Mo actually rotated to the connector. So Struck and I are making entry on the site, as our upper A guys are making entry as well. Struck's able to pick off 2 guys And once again, you know, I'm playing my my favorite spot here over at the catwalk, and playing pretty passive once again. So once again, I'm able to pick a guy off pretty much the same way as I did before, but this time there are a couple more guys alive, and the War Machine was able to kill me as well as the Mason. So Struck's down to 1v2 and ends up winning the round. He had, you know, pretty decent position, got a kill, turned it into a one-on-one, and was able to outshoot the War Machine at the end there. So overall, that round went sort of back and forth. Could have gone either way, but Struck ended up pulling it out. So gonna be going to 5th round here. Typically an eco round for the CTs once again. As you see, Mason draw a couple nades in the middle, and we're gonna be falling back over towards B. Sort of on the eco, it's really important. You typically want to group up, maybe spot early, hold spots a little passive, and then group up so you don't get picked off one by one. And War Machine actually got a couple Deagle kills. You know, nice play by him, but you know, we're making entry in the B side. I actually heard a guy flanking, so turned around, killed him. And as my guys make entry on the B side, I hear another guy flanking, and then I hear two. What I did there, once again, you know, could have gone either way in terms of the play. We ended up losing the round, but you saw me actually get killed by Clown. I anticipated the guy to simply run around the angle, and Clown jumped with the Deagle over my POV. The second guy came out, so I had 2 to aim at, and wasn't able to kill either. At that point it was a 2v2, and they were able to win their individual battles. So EFG ends up taking that round. What I could have done there, kind of an alternate idea, is that I could have fell back into the site and maybe played a 3-on-2, but it goes either way at that point. You know, it's simply a judgment call, I say. So gonna be moving to another gun round here. Even though we lost the eco, we have money control, we have the bomb down, and I'm gonna have Mason boost. I actually heard Mo shoot, so I figured he saw Mason's gun like I did before in middle. I learned a little something in the middle of the match there. So, you know, I figured I don't want to peek over that box. I'm not too familiar with the angle. You know, season at this point being a new map, so I decided not to peek over that box, and I'm simply going to be working angles at my own pace now. Simply, you know, waiting for Mo to peek, but he ends up simply playing full passive in the connector. So once again, with this round time, we're simply taking our time, working around, simply trying to find the pick, find the weakness. Struck's able to get a pick at A. We have him continue a fake over there, so we're going to work over to B. See me rotate over to B. We have 3 guys there with the bomb creeping up, and they're going to go on contact. So, you know, they get contact at the B site and go ahead and get the bomb down right away. As you see, EFG just come in with a bunch of kills. Mo and Pause kind of run over our guys there, but Drew's able to trade on the Pause. So it's for the last 2 live, I'm once again playing my spot in the upper. Pretty decent spot to cover the bomb from, as I missed my shot on Mo and then get shot through the wall, through the metal, but so we end up losing that round once again. Drew goes 1-for-1, Sunman picks him off, but at that point, you know, I played, my positioning was correct. I simply missed a shot on Mo, and he got a really nice shot on me through the metal. I was simply trying to stay alive, but he got me through it anyway. So that's a round loss once again, as our money's still pretty decent. We're able to buy once again. Getting that bomb down is really important. You get that 800 money for your team. So having the bomb down, we're able to you know, buy guns. And it came down to a really close round last time, and we're able to keep money pressure on the other team. So, you know, EFG playing a CT, they're going to be a little more stressed for cash at this point, as Drew's able to pick off War Machine early at B, and we're going to be, they're all making entry into the B site at this point. I'm working to the vents. I want to, you know, work at that good rotation spot, maybe catch a guy going connectors. You see me catch Clown actually going through the vent, so he wasn't ready for me being there. I'm able to pick off that rotation and pretty much close around that as my teammates have the site secure. So in that advantage, you know, taking a little more of a risk is alright, especially at that point. You know, Clown was coming from a pretty far rotation spot. I simply, you know, decided to catch him off guard there. So that's a round win. You know, once again, like I was saying, you know, we played that money game, and I was actually able to get a guy after time as I crept up and ran around the angle after a bomb exploded, and simply pre-fired it. The guy happened to be there. Hey, you know, I'll take I'll take that kill. So once again, that in this format, that kill is so significant because that guy now, Sunman, has a lot less money. They're saving out, you know, probably broken for this round's buy, and that kill kind of, you know, really secures the money game for us. So see me simply working middle, my teammates are working B, and I'm holding that middle push, get dinked down, and you know, trade a little damage back and forth. But at this point, you know, my teammates were working over to B, got picked off, and we're going to be in a 2-on-3 now. Mason gets the kill, but I'm 17 HP, and Mo gets picked on Mason. Actually, Mo peeks out and allows me to trade. At this point, I'm in a 1-on-2, 17 HP, and I don't know if the guys saw me go back down the ramp, so I'm simply going to try to play safe. I heard a guy over at upper, so I'm going to try to close my angle. He saw me go down to the ramp, and I knew Clown was in the connector. They both gave their positions away, picking up items, and so I knew where both of them were playing. And Sunman's actually not going to peek on me here, so he doesn't peek from spawn. I'm able to pick off Clown in the connector. He didn't really know my positioning. He didn't know I went back down into the site and wasn't sure where I was going to end up at, so he didn't know where to look. I was able to catch him in the side there, turn it into 1-on-1. And here I'm playing a little slow, maybe watching for Sunman to rotate. Had I gone straight to the site, he may have been there, may have caught me off guard, so I always want to be careful of that. In this 1-on-1, you notice where I planted. I planted in a spot that's usually covered from that upper A, from the dark hall over at A, and with myself having low HP, I don't want to play a predictable spot. You know, I may get pre-naded, I may get spammed or pre-fired, so I decided to go instead to sandbags, and Sunman sort of runs around the side a little bit. I'm able to wait for his defuse, listen for it, and right when he pops it, he's not going to expect me to come out from the angle I came out at. He actually stuck on it, and I was able to come out and win that round with 17 HP. So really, you know, it turned into 1-on-3. Really important kind of concept before I start on this round is that those 1-on-3s and you know, those situations where you're outnumbered, you really want to turn, you know, any sort of 1-on-3, 1-on-2 into a series of 1-on-1s. It's kind of your goal, and any way you can do that, that's really what you want to focus on when you're in that situation. You saw, you know, I was able to get the kill on Mo right away and turn that 1-on-2 into 1-on-1, close my angles, you know, sneak up, fight 1-on-1, and secure the round for myself. So you know, overall fundamental play there. And this round is going to be an eco. You saw us kill Clown there as we anticipated his push through the lower A hull, and we're going to stick in a group overall here. You know, we're picking guys off 1-on-1. I'd simply clear spot by vent, and I'm able to pick off passes. You know, I don't want to leave any corners. You know, I don't want to get shot on the side or anything like that. So I'm simply was clearing my angles, and I was able to catch Posters. He thought, you know, Sunman was baiting for him, and you know, I may not look there, but you know, I'm gonna play my fundamental game, make sure that I get every corner, especially on ecos. It's pretty important. A lot of guys may play random angles and whatnot, so you want to be pretty careful on on checking corners and whatnot. So another round win for us, you know, with the money system, eco round, we simply stuck in a group, we're able to get picks, AKs versus USPs, and secure the round. You know, pretty fundamental round over there. So moving into next here, we had pretty good spawns over at B, and then sort of the timing is that you can get into that first connector room before the other team can make entry onto the stairs. So you saw this double pre-nade in that lower. Typically players are going to rush here. War Machine did end up playing there, and those nades forced him to play back, and he took quite a bit of damage. I was able to run up, gain entry, and that pretty much secured us around. We made entry on B and simply stormed into the site, got the bomb planted, and at that point EFG was at a pretty big disadvantage. We were able to win that round, so get the bomb down, hold rotations, and kill. So at this point we did win the match, and so we have the 16, and we're simply gonna be loose a little bit. So I'm holding middle stairs. I'm able to catch Sunman pushing as EFG is playing a bit more puck style, I guess you could call it. He pushed with the deagle that round, so I was able to frag him out. As you saw me sort of find Clown, my guys made entry. I made the call, and my guys made entry on A. I turned right back around, watch my flank. I'm able to pick off Mo, and another guy runs past my side. At this point, I was at a pretty big disadvantage. The guy knew where I was. I really didn't have a lot of room to maneuver, so probably the best thing for me to do would have been to either play passive angle with my op, or maybe try to strafe out and fight with the deagle. But you know, I scoped with my op. I was trying to fight the guy, and with his he was able to beat me with his movement close range with the deagle. Simply strafe past my scope and kill me. But so that's gonna be another round win for us, and sadly the last of the match from what I remember. But at this point, you know, we're able to gain entry on pulse. I took quite a bit of damage here, so our guys over at B are trading and go down. So it's gonna be 3 guys left. The Struck gets picked off, and at this point Mason and I are in a pretty tough spot. You know, he has 7 HP out of 6, and we do have control of bomb, but we're in a tough spot. So with a minute round time, I'm simply gonna maybe wait for pushes, hope to pick somebody off, as EFG is kind of, you know, running around more so right now. But you know, nothing comes. These guys are playing, you know, playing for every round. So we end up going to B, and simply at this point we want to hope for the best. As like I said, we're in a really tough spot, and I'm gonna actually lead here. I'm gonna try to pick into the site with my op, maybe catch a guy playing passive and get peeker advantage to work for me. But nobody ends up peeking, so we're gonna try to go ahead and plant the bomb. As a flash connector, Mason actually decides to work upper and gain entry into the side, but War Machine's able to pick him off. Once again, you know, he had 7 HP out of 6, and we simply got beat there by Colt. You know, any shot's gonna kill us. So once again, we ended up losing that round. Simply got pushed. You know, we had 3 guys over at B, we had guys in the middle, and they got really aggressive on us. We played, you know, sort of man to man and got beat. So not much more to that round. But once again, we're gonna be on a buy round here. Mason and I are gonna be holding middle, holding pushes. We have 2 guys over at B. 1 guy actually went vent, and 1 guy in the dark hole at A. So what you saw me do there was bank a flash off that pole, and sort of the timing we had is that the guy would come out the vent. We had the guy go over to B through the vent and then gain entry into middle. As I tossed that flash, the guy would come out of vent, and that simply prevented anybody from playing close on him or you know, shooting him like that. So That's what you see me doing there, simply playing more of a support role. Sorry, and we're gonna end up making entry into the A side as we sort of shift over into A, or B guys shifted over, and I'm able to pick off Boss on the side at this point. And Mason gets a couple kills on the side as well, so I do end up getting the bomb down. We do gain entry, and it's gonna end up being a 2-on-2, I believe. So I'm playing my favorite spot once again, and both guys actually come from spawn this time. I'm at a, you know, not such a good spot to cover that from, and I got picked off. Mason gets flashed, and Mo sticks on the bomb. Those guys are able to win the 2-on-2. So had I maybe played in the site, we may have won that round. But at that point, we didn't know where the rotations were coming from. We didn't have map control over at B, or anything like that. So it was simply, you know, sort of a hit or miss. Had a guy come catwalk, I may have been able to random peek on him and kill him. But they both came spawn, and you know, Mason wasn't in position to help me, so we got picked off one by one and lost that round. But here you see us working on A. A guy ended up playing upper, and we simply take two there, and we're able to pick him off. As we just had to go back, and now we gonna get rotating through vent as Drew gets picked off over in T-spawn. We decided to chase the guy, and all four of us go, which is, you know, the right move at this point. But he's playing over on the darkroom stairs, which is really far away with an op, and we all have AKs, so that's going to be a pretty big disadvantage for us. He could peek his head up and kill us all, so you know, that's kind of closed off for us. I anticipated that guy to maybe stay there or rotate to A, so we decided to go through vents up middle to connector and actually meet Mo there. So after Mo gets fragged, that's a 2-on-2. Now kind of weird, War Machine was waiting at the angle, and Clown was in the vents, I believe, so they get crossfire. They actually had three guys sort of covering that. So I anticipated, like I said, a guy to be an A, maybe a guy spawn, and maybe a guy B, but they ended up, you know, all playing in sort of one area. So we simply, you know, didn't get the prediction right that round, and our move was simply beat. We got beat in the 3-on-3. So coming down to this round, you saw a little confusion as I had to go get the bomb, and we sort of run the round time as I handed off to Mason regardless, who goes back to the spot I was at. But you know, so a little disorganization early. Griff gets picked off at B. At this point we lose map control, and we have to start making a move. Drew makes a move up middle. He gets fragged. Now we're trying to make entry on the A site, and you know, we got fragged out over at catwalk. It turns into 1-on-5. Overall, important thing that I want you guys to get out of this round is that notice how we had our one guy at B die early from a push. That typically means that we lose map control, and losing map control is gonna you know, it's gonna allow the other team to predict where you're going. You know, if they see no more at B, they're gonna automatically say, alright, rotate A. A good team will do that to you, and at that point you simply have to make a move or rotate back around and go to the other side. We decided to simply make a move, as they're spread all over the map. They had map control, and you know, the move ended up not working. So overall, I hope you guys got a lot out of it, and I hope it helps on season. I know it's in the MR 15 format, 30 rounds, but likewise, I hope, you know, you get a few ideas from it, maybe a few season setups and whatnot, strategies. I tried my best to describe. So until next time, it's been a pleasure, and I'll be bringing you more for JuanSource.com. See you guys later.